Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cracka's Creations Network. My name is Jared, aka Corn-Fed Cracka 93, and we're opening up here as Kalisto makes his way down to the ring for a 1-on-3 handicap match. As Kalisto will take on the Wyatt family here tonight on main event. The returning Wyatt family as well. Haven't seen the Wyatt family since they took out the Undertaker, I don't think. And here comes the Wyatts.
We're here.
As the Wyatts make their way down to the ring right here, the Fireflies in the crowd. As Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper make their way down to the ring right here. What an entrance these guys make here. First time we've seen these guys on Thursday night's main event. You see the Fireflies around the arena right here as Bray Wyatt makes his entrance into the main event arena to take on Kalisto. What an entrance. And here we go as the bell rings right here. Right hand from Bray Wyatt right off the bat. And he goes into a sleeper holding on Kalisto right here. Trying to make Kalisto submit right off the bat. Bray Wyatt now waiting for Kalisto to get up. An arm drag here from Kalisto on Bray Wyatt. Elbows here from Bray Wyatt to Kalisto. Haven't seen a lot of Kalisto here on my universe mode, but it looks like he's getting his opportunity tonight, but not really a fair opportunity as he's got to go against the Wyatts, and a huge uppercut to the jaw of Kalisto. Bray Wyatt setting up for something big right here. A huge slam from Bray Wyatt. Now going into the pin. This could do it. 1, 2. No, and Kalisto kicking out before the count of 3. You gotta wonder if it would have been smart just to take the fall in this match right there before more damage is done, as Kalisto with an Irish whip into the corner now has Bray Wyatt up. Kalisto with the strength to hold Bray Wyatt up on his shoulders like that. Just dropping Bray Wyatt onto the back of his neck right there. Kalisto following it up with a stomp, but misses as a huge crossbody from Bray Wyatt, taking Kalisto back down to the mat. Bray Wyatt with a tag into his partner, Eric Rowan. Kalisto though fighting back with kicks to the legs, but Rowan catches one with an elbow across the thigh right there. And a punch to the face as Eric Rowan just clubbing Kalisto right now in the back. Eric Rowan taking Kalisto down to the mat right there with an Irish whip. Eric Rowan looking for a right hand. Kalisto fighting back with a left. Kalisto now has Rowan up. Rowan sliding up the back, going into a German suplex right there, taking Kalisto down. Crowd saying Bray is going to kill you with a huge heel kick right there from Kalisto, taking Rowan down to the mat. Kalisto on the apron, looking for something, but Rowan grabs the feet and hauls him off right onto that apron right there. And a hard Irish whip right into the barricade. As if it wasn't bad enough that it's a 1-on-3 handicap match. And all this assault on the outside of the ring as Eric Rowan now tags in his partner Luke Harper. As Harper with a huge super kick knocking down Kalisto. Kalisto really did not stand a chance in this match. As Kalisto right now hauling Luke Harper into the middle of the ring, looking for a huge move right there, knocking Luke Harper down. Now Kalisto with an arm drag, taking Luke Harper down. Luke Harper with a side Russian leg sweep there on Kalisto. Kalisto looking for a huge sunset flip powerbomb, and he gets it right there on Luke Harper. Kalisto looking to turn this one around right here. Kalisto with a huge move on Luke Harper. Irish whip now. Harper with a huge belly-to-belly, slowing down the momentum of Kalisto right here in this match. Luke Harper now with a hard Irish whip into the corner of the Wyatt family with a huge clubbing blow to the stomach of Kalisto. Eric Rowan taking out that knee of Kalisto right there. Eric Rowan with another Irish whip into the corner. Eric Rowan with a tag in to Bray Wyatt right here, bouncing Kalisto's head off the boot of Bray Wyatt. As Bray Wyatt looking for something, but Kalisto with a reversal. Bray Wyatt with a huge DDT there onto Kalisto. And now Bray Wyatt with a Uranagi. And this can't be good. Bray Wyatt now calling for the Sister Abigail here on Kalisto. This crowd chanting accurately here when they said Bray is going to kill you. With a huge Sister Abigail right there, and that's going to do it, I think, on Kalisto as a ref count. 1, 2, 3, and yes, the Wyatt family are victorious here in the opening of Thursday night's main event. For this huge uppercut you see early on in the match, taking Kalisto down. That's how we thought this one would go. Kalisto trying to fight it, but was not able to beat the Wyatt family. There's Bray Wyatt right there looking for the pin, but it was not enough to keep Kalisto down that time. And this huge clubbing blow to the stomach there of Kalisto from Eric Rowan. And then this Sister Abigail put the icing on the cake right here as Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail right here on Kalisto. And that would be enough to get the 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, the Wyatt family, they're not done here tonight, as you see Eric Rowan and Luke Harper picking up Kalisto right here. And Bray Wyatt looking for another Sister Abigail on Kalisto, and he hits it right there. Bray Wyatt just destroying Kalisto here tonight in the opening match here on Main Event. As you see the Wyatt family standing over Kalisto right now. Bray Wyatt saying, "Follow the buzzards." Here's the matchup for WWE Battleground, as Seth Rollins will take on Matthews for the WWE Championship at Battleground, earning its spot. Cena will take on Orton to unify the Intercontinental Championship and United States Championship for the Undisputed World Championship. The Primetime Players take on the Ascension for the Undisputed CCN World Tag Team Championship. And this match was made last week on Thursday night's main event as Triple H will take on Goldust in No Holds Barred. As we get ready for our main event here on Thursday night's main event, this one's scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Hardcore Championship. And here comes Dean Ambrose. We're looking for some retribution here tonight after he beat Cesaro last week for that Hardcore Championship. And then Cesaro attacks Dean Ambrose after the match. And of course, with this title being under 24/7 contention, Cesaro immediately pins Dean Ambrose after the match and wins that Hardcore Championship and walks out with it. Here comes Cesaro as we see him tag up with Tyson Kidd this past Monday night on CCM Monday Night Raw. Cesaro making his way out here for singles competition here tonight in a Falls Count Anywhere match, as Cesaro will take on Dean Ambrose for that Hardcore Championship. Cesaro looks ready to compete here tonight. As Cesaro making his way into the ring right here. Hey, wait. Dean Ambrose up on the top rope. No, now to the outside. Dean Ambrose into the ring now, looking for a right hand, but misses on Cesaro. Cesaro getting out of the ring, sliding back in. Dean Ambrose with a huge clothesline, but it looks like he might have caught the ref a little bit there too, as Dean Ambrose knocks down the ref here in this match early on. An Irish whip to the ropes now. Dean Ambrose with a huge spine buster on Cesaro. Going in for the pin right off the bat for the one. No, not even a one count. Cesaro kicks out of it. A kick to the back here from Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose looking to regain that Hardcore Championship as Dean Ambrose with a hard Irish whip to the outside. Dean Ambrose on the apron right now, overlooking Cesaro. As Dean Ambrose comes off with a huge double axe handle there to Cesaro. And now Dean Ambrose on the apron once again, diving off with a huge clothesline, taking out Cesaro. We knew this one was headed to the outside. This is for the Hardcore Championship, and what a better way to show this off than have it be a hardcore match here tonight. This is a no disqualification Falls Count Anywhere match, however. Weapons are legal and a fall count can happen anywhere inside the arena. As Cesaro now has the steps. Cesaro looking to clock Dean Ambrose with the step, but Dean Ambrose has the steps now. And he just takes out Cesaro with a huge thud right there. As Dean Ambrose now picking up Cesaro, the current Hardcore Champion. Dean Ambrose picking him up, but Cesaro with a huge knee to the head right there. Dean Ambrose with a neck breaker on the outside, taking down Cesaro. As Dean Ambrose now hauling Cesaro over here with a snapmare and an elbow to the back of the head of Cesaro right there. As Dean Ambrose now picking up Cesaro right here. Looking for a hard Irish whip right into the barricade as Cesaro bounces off that steel barricade with a thud again. Wait, Dean Ambrose waiting for Cesaro to get up right here. Dean Ambrose charging in and taking out Cesaro, and the ref once again. The ref getting in the way of the action here, as it looks like he might have just caught a little bit of the ref because the ref is getting right back up. Dean Ambrose looking for a running bulldog right onto the steps. Dean Ambrose now picking up Cesaro right here. Putting Cesaro back into the ring with an elbow to the forehead right there. As Dean Ambrose wants that hardcore championship as he's up top right now. Dean Ambrose waiting for Cesaro to get up right here. Cesaro using the ropes to help him up. As Dean Ambrose coming off the top rope, missing Cesaro, landing hard, and Cesaro with a stomp to keep Dean Ambrose down. Dean Ambrose, though, with a side Russian leg sweep right there. It's Dean Ambrose looking for something, but Cesaro with a right hand. Dean Ambrose with another reversal into another side Russian leg sweep, taking Cesaro down. Cesaro with a fireman's carry reversal right there on Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose with an Irish whip rebound right there with a neck breaker on Cesaro, taking him down to the mat. As Dean Ambrose now placing Cesaro against the ropes right here. Dean Ambrose throwing Cesaro to the outside. I think I know what's coming now. As Cesaro working his way back up to his feet. Dean Ambrose looking for something big here as he hits the ropes. Dean Ambrose diving to the outside, taking Cesaro out. Let's see the replay right here. As Dean Ambrose with a huge suicide dive, taking Cesaro out on the outside. What a match we have on the main event of Thursday night's main event, as Dean Ambrose going for the pin, and this is legal right here for the 1, 2, no, and Cesaro kicking out before the 3 count. Cesaro with a fireman's carry, taking Dean Ambrose over now. Cesaro now taking Dean Ambrose back into the ring with a huge club to the chest and a boot to the head there of Dean Ambrose. As Cesaro now sliding into the ring. Looking to maintain this offense against Dean Ambrose right here. As Cesaro now with a huge kick to the gut there of Dean Ambrose. Cesaro now picking up Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose with another reversal into a side Russian leg sweep once again. As Dean Ambrose from the second rope coming off with a double axe handle right there on Cesaro. Dean Ambrose now picking up Cesaro. Cesaro with a huge reversal there on Dean Ambrose. Snapmare. Cesaro now wrenching that arm of Dean Ambrose behind the back there. As Dean Ambrose looking to fight out of this. And he does with a club to the gut of Cesaro right there from Dean Ambrose. And Dean Ambrose with a clothesline taking Cesaro to the outside. As Dean Ambrose inside the ring, climbing out to the apron. As Dean Ambrose looking for Cesaro to get up with another huge clothesline from the apron, taking Cesaro down. This match has been pretty well all Dean Ambrose here. As Ambrose now looking for something big here with a huge neck breaker right there, taking Cesaro down. As Dean Ambrose now pulling that table apart, you gotta wonder if he has some frustration from what happened last week. As Dean Ambrose won the match and then gets attacked after by Cesaro, and Cesaro pinning him. And with that title being on 24/7 contention, Cesaro wins the title after the match. But wait, what's Dean Ambrose setting up for here? Dean Ambrose has Cesaro with dirty deeds on the table right here. This is Falls Count Anywhere. The crowd chanting, this is awesome for the 1, 2, 3, and Dean Ambrose with the victory over Cesaro. Dean Ambrose has won the Hardcore Championship. And you see that huge spine buster early on in the match. As he went for the pin, but it was not enough to get even a 1 count. And this huge dive to the outside here from Dean Ambrose. He dives to the second rope, taking out Cesaro. Dean Ambrose with that huge dive to the outside, taking out Cesaro, but it still was not enough to get the 3 count as Cesaro kicks out. But this move ultimately did it right here as Dean Ambrose sets Cesaro up on that announce table and hits him with a huge dirty deeds right here through the announce table. And with it being a false count anywhere, he went for the pin right off the bat to the 2 and the 3. Dean Ambrose is the new hardcore champion. Maybe he can make it out of the main event arena here tonight with that hardcore championship. It looks like he's going to. Cesaro being driven through that announce table. Dean Ambrose made sure he was staying down this week. Join us on CCM Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time as Dean Ambrose celebrating his victory right here on Main Event.